On this episode of the Film Optics Podcast, rumors are afoot around the film industry. It's insane. We're also going to talk about Taika Waititi has been tapped to direct a new Star Wars movie, this and more. So let's jump in. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Film Optics, where we bring you the headline hot takes of entertainment news. I'm your host, Christian, and as always, we are here, talking about the world of film, TV, and everything pop culture related. And I'm joined by my co-host, Devin. How are you doing today, man?
The audacity.
We're double recording. And we're trying out something new here to get our sound just a little bit better. But there's a lot of things in the works that I have for us. Might be doing some live stream podcasts coming your way. So that would be a lot of fun. I don't know, but how's your day been, man?
Average as usual. Found out today that Ohio is planning to reopen stuff next week, which doesn't seem smart, but
next week?
Yeah, they're reopening barbershops, salons, and they're opening outdoor restaurant eating.
Okay, barbershops, no. Restaurants, you might have to limit that type of thing.
Even if it's outdoor, there's going to be so many people, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, it really isn't going to. I don't think Tennessee has started just yet, but I'm assuming that they probably will sometime soon because they're kind of sort of talking about it at our job, but where I think that's more of a department case-by-case situation, but I don't know. But other than that, how have things been? Just been chilling with the fam and
yeah. The usual.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed.
The usual stuff. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. It's been pretty crazy on my end. I guess it's work crazy. Work's just been a little insane. But other than that, no. I'm kind of starting to now just feel everything. Like I miss getting a haircut. It really sucks. I can't really see any of my friends right now. And I don't know, man. It just kind of blows. I need
that gym flow back.
That's what I need. Yes, because both of us were actually doing very well. And I signed up to the Y again. I was like, you know what? It's time to do this. It's definitely time to do this. And then it just closes down. And then I was getting into such a really good routine, and it just kind of fell apart. But that's okay. Anyway, enough small talk. Before we begin today's topics, you can listen to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, Anchor, YouTube, Podbean, and iHeartRadio. And also, Devin, I forgot to tell you, we're doing a giveaway. Ooh. We actually have 2 giveaways. I need to announce the winner for the Avengers Endgame Digital Code giveaway because I believe that giveaway is now up, but we're also doing a giveaway for the entire Skywalker saga. That's a
lot of giveaway.
That's a lot of giveaways. One lucky winner for anyone who's listening out there is going to win all 9 movies of the amazing Skywalker saga. So the competition is already up. I believe we have about 4 days left. I will put the link in the description of the podcast and on YouTube as well. So don't want anyone to miss out. So want to kind of throw that out there because I actually forgot to mention last week that we're doing the Avengers Endgame Digital Code giveaway. But like I said, I kind of forgot that was going on. But I will pick a winner probably tomorrow through the giveaway. But we got a lot to talk about today, man. There's news just keeps spilling out. Like we had some earlier today, and I don't know. Do you want to take the first piece of news that we have here?
Yes.
Because I know you found this in the rough.
Looks like there's going to be an Ironheart series developed for Disney+. Ironheart, we don't have much knowledge because we're not comic book nerds, but I don't know. female Iron Man, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, so it looks like in this story does come from comicbook.com for anyone who's wondering. So it looks like Ironheart, for those of you who don't know, she is, man, I'm trying to figure out how to explain this, because last summer they suggest Downey RDJ suggested that Ironheart, the character, joins the MCU. And of course, our man Kevin Feige said that he would love to have the character join the live action world. But I don't know too much about the character myself, to be completely honest.
I know she's got some controversy. People don't seem to like her a lot in the comic book realm.
See, that I did not know. But it looks like, oh my gosh, I really can't. So I mean, I apologize for everyone out there. We don't really know. Like, I know of the character, like the name sounds familiar. I know what she looks like, and that's pretty much it. If there are any big comic book nerds out there saying that in an empowering way, by the way, and just let us know. Between Ironheart and Miss Marvel, I know that they're trying to become more inclusive. I believe that Ironheart is of African American or African descent, or black, I guess you can say. But it looks like they are shooting
another possible young Avenger.
Yeah, another possible young Avenger.
Nicely.
Right, and it looks like they are targeting with the shooting date sometime in 2021. So that's really cool. But you know what's really not cool?
No, it's really bad. Really
so
bad.
Sony, apparently. So this actually came out, I think, a day or two after we reviewed, or after we did our last news show, that Sony had officially, at the time, named their cinematic universe Sony Pictures of...
You can't even say it. It's so bad.
Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel Characters. Spumk for short. SPUMC. But so this is a very terrible name. And I'm not on board with this whatsoever. I've seen a lot of people out there just call it the Spider-Verse. I mean, you literally have a movie named after it. Just call it the Spider-Verse. It makes sense. But apparently,
SSU.
in response, SSU. Apparently, in the response to Sony naming their cinematic universe Sony Picture Universe of Marvel Characters, they have announced they will rename it to the Cinematic Universe of Marvel.
It's much more
which
fitting.
is like literally the complete backwards. It's the MCU, it's the CUM. Or, yeah.
Go ahead and spell that one out.
Come.
Yep. Good times.
So, wow. Way to go, Sony. Congratulations. Do you have any feedback for this whatsoever?
I know that the second one was obviously a joke by someone on Twitter, but I hope the second one is real because that's hilarious. CUM, baby.
Maybe, probably. I mean, yeah. Spunk. Man, oh man. If it is real, that would be hilarious. I would actually. Welcome to the CU. All right. Let's move on to the next topic here on today's show. Do you want to take this next one?
I guess the Flash movie is casting a new Iris West and not a new Barry Allen, surprisingly. Not what we expected to hear after his Force slam.
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent to this. I mean, not the whole Force Slam thing, just the, casting a new Iris West. I definitely think they probably should have taken out Ezra Miller. I mean, I wouldn't want to be, hiring the person who goes around slam, like body slamming, force choking their own fans and whatnot. So, to each their own, I guess. Do you have any other thoughts about this?
Hope. I don't even
All
know how
right,
that movie is coming out so late. It's just not relevant currently because they took too long.
Well, apparently, according to that tweet that you sent me, DC is hashtag winning,
Yeah.
which makes no sense.
I mean, they're winning by default this year because they just had one more currently.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's just why is it that? And I tweeted about this earlier. I'm like, why does it that a company always has to be like quote unquote winning? Because if you look at like the gaming realm, you have Xbox, you have PlayStation, and you have Switch, and it's like, okay, so who would you say is like quote unquote winning? Because two of these consoles are about to go into the next generation, and excuse me, the Switch is still a relevant and very good console, but they're technically behind. But does that mean that they're losing? Because the Switch is selling really well. And, Microsoft's getting on this PR, but that's just besides the point. I just don't understand why someone always has to be winning. But I don't know. It is what it is. I'll take this next story here. So it looks like this also comes from comicbook.com that Becky Lynch is rumored to appear in a upcoming Marvel movie. For those of you who don't know who she is, she's one of the biggest stars in WWE. I don't watch wrestling. Do you, Devin?
Yeah, I don't watch fairy tales. Wrestling is fake, people.
Fake fighting.
That's our hot take.
Wait. What is it exactly?
Wrestling is fake and shouldn't be watched.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they definitely. Yeah. I mean, I can't say I'm into the whole wrestling thing. I never was, and I don't think I ever will.
I was
be.
when I was a child until I learned it was fake and then grew up. There you go.
I still didn't.
Like
it still just did not appeal. Yeah. Or Santa Claus. No. It's like, oh, that last one. Let's pump the brakes on that one. But it looks like the WWE star is rumored to appear in a Marvel movie, as I said before. She could just be making a appearance as, a cameo, or it could be like a full-fledged, like Dave Bautista. I know he made the similar jump into the Guardians of the Galaxy, and, he's been, as if he wasn't already famous, he's now mega famous, as Devin said last week for Donald Glover. But it looks like she's being eyed by Hollywood. So maybe.
I sent you this story and attached who after it. I have no idea who this is. And I guess she could be in Shang-Chi because there's going to be a fighting tournament. That would make sense. I have no idea.
Oh. Who was that one wrestler who's like really obsessed with Pikachu? Or like Pikachu's like her favorite? It was like
Ronda Rousey.
Woman that everybody what was her name?
Ronda Rousey.
That's right. Yeah, everybody wanted her to be like Captain
Fast
Marvel.
And Furious.
See. I couldn't even tell you how that works. I mean, hopefully. I mean, maybe. Whatever. No, she wasn't in Hobbs and Shaw either, was she? Which Fast and Furious was she in?
Whichever one with the giant towers that they were like, the giant buildings they were jumping from.
Well, that could be all of them, but no, I'm kidding. Well, it could, but I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, good on Becky Lynch. We'll just keep an eye on that and ears close to the ground and see what happens. So this next one,
it's a sad story for you, you MCU light fans out there, MCU show light fans. No Daredevil season 4. Not going to happen, according to Charlie Cox.
According to the Cox man himself. Yeah.
We've mentioned multiple times before, we've never watched the MCU TV shows. So
Yeah,
it doesn't affect us.
I think I watched like 3 episodes of Daredevil season 1. And it's not that it wasn't bad. I think I got sidetracked with watching something else because everyone kept telling me how good it was. I do want to watch it, but it's like, if there's no season 4, what's the point? Kind of.
Yeah,
I mean, like, if they're not going to,
sure they didn't get a good ending or a complete ending.
I heard season 3 was actually the best out of the 3 from what I've been told, but we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, like, I want to start it, but like at the same time, it's like I said, what's the point if it's not ongoing? It's kind of like one of those shows that's just like stuck in limbo, and you never really get a true ending to. So I don't know, maybe, but our thoughts and prayers go out to all the MCU Charlie Cox Spider-Man fans. I mean, he might like we said last week. Charlie Cox said that Daredevil might be in the new Spider-Man, but it's not his version or adaptation of the character. But oh well. But speaking of keeping things, kind of mischievous here, it looks like also Marvel has a lot of news this week. That Marvel Studios is in early development on a Secret Warriors project. See, when you first sent this to me, Devin, I accidentally misread this as Secret Wars, and I got so excited.
That also might be true.
It might be. And I believe the Russo brothers did say that if they were to come back to the MCU, they would want to do Secret Wars because they said that is one of their favorite storylines, which is awesome. But it looks like Secret Warriors was originally an underground team, consists of Nick Fury, Quake, Daisy Johnson, Phobos, Yo-Yo Rodriguez, Hellfire, and Stonewall and Sebastian Druid. Apparently, the team got like 2 comic book runs of the same name, one in 2009, one in 2017. So, do you know? Are you very familiar with the Secret Warriors at all, or
nope.
No? Cool.
Apparently, they set the groundwork for it in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. So,
interesting. Well, I mean, I'd definitely like to see it. I mean, honestly, for me, no matter where,
I feel like we're not going to say no to anything that Marvel's making for the MCU.
Right.
Just give us all
pretty
the
much.
Content.
It's like, what's the job of a consumer? Consume one product and get ready and save up money for the next products.
I guess I'll return this. No, Morty, get a new one.
Exactly. I mean, it's the life of a consumer. I mean, we are comic book fans of both DC and Marvel. I love DC's universe, especially their animated universe. Just watched Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, which kind of closed out the New 52 run of their animated series. It was actually very good. Rated R, a lot of blood, a lot of limbs flying everywhere. It was a very grounded story. I liked it a lot. Definitely have to watch it again. But let's move on here to something else. You want to take this next one?
Yeah, it looks like our boys, the directors of Bad Boys for Life, Adil El Ardabi and Bilal Fallah, have discussed that they are interested in directing either a Deadpool or a Blade movie. I'm feeling Blade could be a good fit for them. Bad Boys for Life had some good action.
It did, but did its action meet up to its comedy? Because I feel like,
I don't think Blade needs much comedy.
True. I was gonna say I feel like for Bad Boys, it is Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, so like their chemistry is just automatically amazing. So no matter like what film that they would be in together. But I do agree. Mainly, I think because we've already we have two Deadpool movies. They're amazing. They're great, but we haven't seen anything from Blade in a long time. So, hopefully Mahershala Ali will, take it by storm and just have a good time with it.
You already know he's gonna kill it. He's got the look already.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Can you? I'm like, out of anything, I think I'm super pumped for Blade, and obviously Thor: Love and Thunder. But I am all about that Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness. Like, I'm just, yes, give it to me. And the Eternals, of course. But there's just so much. It's insane. Marvel is doing a marvelous job, as you could say. But this next one, Devin, I've been talking about this forever.
The dark side of Marvel.
The dark side of Marvel. So apparently it looks like the New Mutants was listed for a POV pre-order on Amazon. I believe this came from the Amazon in, I think it was the UK and the US. But apparently it looks like they've been fixed. But I know a lot of people. I love it. Someone took a screenshot of this. It says New Mutants, comma, the.
Nice.
I mean, I guess that's grammatically correct, but it looks like the pre-order popped up on Amazon for $25.99.
Oh God. Who's
it's still there.
That?
It shows New Mutants is popped up on Amazon's list, but we just don't know. I mean, a lot of people have been waiting for this forever, and I know that it's been very.
I know you want your money.
Yeah,
but
yeah. A lot of people have said, honestly, just even if they're afraid to put it on streaming, just release it on Blu-ray. That's all they got to do. But I don't know, man.
Will this movie ever be seen?
It's just had a bad rap, hasn't it? Just because it's, I mean, we were almost there, Devin. It was supposed to come out in what, April? Like, we were almost there. The thumbnail was ready, Devin. I had a thumbnail ready to go. It was all there, and then no. So I guess I'll just have to wait to use that thumbnail. But looks like we'll have to wait a little bit more for some more news here. Do you want to take this next one?
Ghost Rider. Good old Nick Cage. Although I don't think Nick Cage will be reprising his role because he's old now. Ghost Rider is getting made by the MCU.
Nick Cage will be taking on a new role.
A very other scary type role. A ghostly
oh my
figure.
gosh. A very ghostly figure indeed. But yeah, so as everyone can tell, majority of our comic book news, as always, is normally Marvel. Not too much on the DC side going into this week, but apparently there was a Hulu Ghost Rider series featuring Gabriel Luna reprising his Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. role, and it was suddenly canceled right before filming was to begin. And I guess it was just cancellation due to Kevin Feige, who wanted to use the character.
Yeah.
So
Kevin, give it all to Kevin. Let him play in his
and
little
Jon
sandbox.
Favreau. And Jon Favreau.
Yes.
Please. And thank you.
Speaking of Jon Favreau.
Oh, take this. Okay. Actually, no. I got to take this next one. Very, very excited. Okay. So there's a lot of rumors out there. Running about that Hayden Christensen is reportedly in talks to reprise his role as Anakin Skywalker, and apparently the scale of the role is still to be debated, but it looks like it might be announced during Star Wars Celebration with Rosario Dawson announcement as playing Ahsoka Tano. But we also got a little bit of more news I think you sent my way about
It's going to be
the Obi-Wan
Kenobi more than likely. It makes most sense for that to be what
Yeah.
he appears in.
Yeah. That makes a lot more sense. And I was like, okay, that actually does seem more likely. Will they, have it during Star Wars Celebration? Maybe, maybe not. Hopefully, I mean, this comes from Disney Insider, that he's supposed to reprise his role on the Obi-Wan Disney Plus series. So I'm all for it. Because I love me some Hayden Christensen and I love me some Anakin Skywalker because he is my favorite Star Wars character. So any thoughts on this for you?
I hope he's doing well. I know it's been a while.
Hey, it's been a while. I feel like he's still got it.
I think his last movie might have been that Little Italy movie. Did you ever hear of that?
I heard about it, but I never saw it.
I watched someone make fun of it. It was funny.
Oh my god.
Shout out to True Good.
Okay. You want to take this next one, Devin? This next bit of Star Wars news. We don't have too much Star Wars news, but go ahead.
Taika Waititi, the hottest director in Hollywood, has been tapped to officially direct a Star Wars movie with the help of Christy Wilson Cairns, who wrote 1917. That seems like a good pair to me.
Seems like a good pair to me too, honestly. That sounds fantastic and amazing.
This seems perfect because you might be able to weed out the bad Star Wars fans based on this movie, because if they hate the movie and say it was badly directed, but also like The Mandalorian, you just be like, what do you mean? Taika directed the two of the best Mandalorian episodes, so what's your problem?
Honestly, dude, I have stopped listening to so many Star Wars fans out there because there's the people out there's and I hate to say it sometimes, but like it's time to like move on from the originals and just let like a new generation take your place, because yes, we understand the cult classics, everybody loves them, but like, I'm sorry, like original Star Wars fans. And this is speaking to the ones who are, the trilogy is the only ones that matter, blah, 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 because the ones who hated on the prequels are also the same people who hated on the sequels, like majority of them. But it's just like, move over. It's time for a new generation to come in. I understand. There's not much else I feel like we can do with these original Star Wars characters, because if Disney wants to move away from the Skywalker saga and just leave it be as it is, but I mean, they are still technically expanding on it because we do have that Obi-Wan Disney Plus series. And, if Rosario Dawson's coming in through as Ahsoka Tano, then that's still technically part of the Skywalker saga. And same with, if Hayden Christensen reprises his role. It's like, I get it. Let's just move on. I want like new characters for Star Wars. Like it's cool.
Do that.
Yes, like just completely new characters. I understand. We all understand how important like these the popular characters are, but I like characters like just like Poe or Finn. Like there's Rey and then there's Kylo, but they're still tied to the Skywalker saga. Let's get some new Jedi, some new Sith, some new Gray Jedi, whatever it may be. I think Taika can definitely do this for sure. So that's my take. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
I think we got it covered.
Cool. All right. So now we're going to go on to our miscellaneous news. These are just more general news pieces that we found throughout the week for those of you who are new to the podcast. So it looks like I'll take this first one because I know you really want to get into the one after that. But it looks like Australia cinemas are aiming to reopen in July with Christopher Nolan's Tenet.
It feels like Tenet's going to be like the main measure of when we're getting movie theaters back.
Yeah, that's definitely when it's, because I mean, everyone talks about like through May and June, but like we haven't hit like July yet, and I mean we know a lot of movies who have been pushed back, but from earlier in the year, but I can't say there's too many. Wonder Woman got pushed back, didn't it? Yeah, it did get pushed back to August. That's right. I couldn't remember, but maybe Tenet will be here to save our souls. I don't know.
Looks great.
We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, hopefully. Not much else to say. We just kind of hope that everyone can get back to going to the movies, whether they're just going to the movies just to enjoy, a night out, or whether it be people like us creating content like for podcasts or YouTubers, bloggers, et cetera, et cetera. I think a lot of people are missing the theaters now. I am missing the theaters a lot, but I feel like as much as I am missing theaters, I miss human interaction just a little bit more. Definitely miss my friends. Kind of just want to go out, like we said earlier, at the gym. Absolutely. Of course, obviously the movie theaters, but definitely feeling it on all fronts, not just theater withdrawal. But oh well. You want to take this next story, Devin? I know you've been.
Oh yeah, the best Netflix movie ever made.
Actually, that might be true. I don't know.
Extraction 2 is in development. Joe Russo writing it again.
Ooh.
I wonder if Chris Hemsworth will be back, because that could.
But I thought he was dead.
The end where he might not be dead.
There is no way.
That weird pool part where the blurry figure was in the background.
That was just creepy. I mean,
he is Thor.
It's true. This is Tyler Rake. That is just such a weird name. Tyler Rake?
Yeah, it's not a great name.
Oh, man. I don't know. It wasn't a bad movie. We reviewed it. If you haven't checked it out, it's on our podcast. So that's our one little plug, as if we haven't plugged in anything else. But yeah, it made a lot of excuse me, it made a lot of money. So I kind of expected one to hit. It's better than Bright. That's all I care about. So cool. We'll definitely be reviewing it whenever it comes out. So, but who is about to come out of this role, Devin?
Oh boy,
we got Nicolas Cage playing Joe Exotic.
I didn't know I wanted it until they announced it, and now I want it.
Yeah. So long for Brad Pitt, I guess. Whatever. No, I'm kidding. But this is this comes from Variety, and apparently the script is going to be from the showrunners from American Vandal. They will be writing the script, so it is pretty great. It's a pretty perfect pitch, I guess you could say. Yeah. We'll just have to wait and see what Mr. Nicolas Cage has for us in store. Oh, man. That is great. That's amazing. But you have anything else you wanted to touch on that before we... Oh, man. I didn't realize this is the next one. My God.
Yeah. Bright 2 is going to be directed by the Incredible Hulk director, Louis Leterrier. See, I watched Bright, and I thought there's just nothing special about it. It's not even hateable. It's just so average and bland.
Right.
But you've been hating it for all these years.
It's too average to be bad.
It's too average to be hated.
It's just like, I guess I don't like woke films where it's like, oh, let's take a issue in America and put a spin on it. It's like if you're gonna touch on an issue that's in America, number one, obviously there's a lot to choose from because we are just problematic anywhere and everywhere we go. And there's always controversy, and we can never disagree on crap. But it's like if you're gonna do a movie about race, it's not like, oh, maybe people will understand it if it's set in a fantasy setting, and we have two different races. That's already been done with so many other movies like especially like Zootopia. It's like we get it. If you're going to do a movie about race or racial inequality, just make it. It didn't have to be fairy lives don't matter today. It was like, ugh. I can't explain my hatred for this movie. I'm sorry.
It belongs in your Dwayne The Rock Johnson hatred category.
Yes. But it's like, I just can't explain why I don't like The Rock. I like The Rock. I think he's a cool guy, but like, my God, he's in everything. And it's just like, I don't know what it is. I just don't know. Like, I think he's like an average actor. I don't think he's like I don't think he should be winning any Oscars for anything. But I don't know. I liked him in Moana. Probably because I didn't have to see it. Probably because I didn't have to see his face.
So you think he's ugly? That's what it's all about.
No, he's got a nice winning smile.
He's got
a great smile. Yeah, so does Kate Blanchett. She's going to be playing Lilith in Borderlands. Boom!
Yeah,
that was a nice little
actually pretty
transition.
Surprised when I saw this story. I feel like no one's would take the Borderlands movie seriously, but if they get actors like this, they might give it some validity.
Do you think they would play this off more as like kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy-esque? Because it's definitely what it feels like. Like, I don't know. It just has that goofiness and over the top to it. But I would actually say that Guardians of the Galaxy has a little bit more emotional toll for sure. But Kate Blanchett, talks to play Lilith for Borderlands movie. I'm still surprised that this is getting made. I thought it was like a gag type thing because it's just this random.
No one was taking it seriously. But then I saw this and I was like, whoa, I guess it is real.
Exactly, because it's like that one news piece that we got that what was it? Brie Larson was supposed to be playing Isabella for a Animal Crossings movie. Like that was like I don't know if it was like Variety or some reliable news source like put that out there, and I was like, you're joking, right? Like you have to be joking. Like there is no other way. Like you have to be joking. So I don't know. Well, it is what it is. But let's. You want to go ahead and take this next story?
Yeah, it looks like Sony is going to release theatrical movies via IMAX with an at-home platform, which is interesting.
So are they releasing movies in the IMAX format for home platform? I think. Let's see what Hollywood Reporter has to say. IMAX is expanding premium offerings to its home cinema product. Apparently on Monday, they expanded their home entertainment partnership to include hundreds of new library movie titles to be released on the giant screen. Oh. Giant screen exhibitor at home platform, IMAX enhanced. So it looks like it's going to be IMAX feature. I guess the IMAX enhanced content includes pretty much any Jumanji, Bad Boys for Life, any of Sony's recent films. Sadly, Little Women is not on this list, but whatever. Spider-Man Far From Home, Jumanji to the Next Level, Homecoming, Venom, Bad Boys for Life, Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, and Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse. So, I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be available in 4 streaming platforms in 14 countries across 17 consumer electronic manufacturers.
Sure.
Do you have... It sounds interesting. I mean, like, I see what they're trying to go for. We just have to wait and see how it plays out, I guess.
That's all we can do.
But, yeah, that's all we can do. But, this next news story, it's something I feel like we can all do together. And I feel like that's to get excited for the next Space Jams movie. And that is it's titled, what was it? Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind right now. The new Space Jam. It's called A New Legacy. So I know you're more of a basketball person than I am, so I guess I'll let you take
this got a lot of hate because anything LeBron James does will get a lot of hate. I mean, this man builds schools for Akron children, and people say he's a terrible person for doing it. But I think the logo looks awesome. Nice little nice logo they made there. The title, I don't know. It's not great, not bad, but I like the logo.
Yeah, do you think it would have just been better if they just would have called it just Space Jam, or like this like they call it Space Jam, but obviously it's not the exact same story, but just Space Jam and then 2020. It's like Lion King, you know, but obviously that was like pound for pound, but it's just so there's Lion King.
I think they wanted to make sure people knew it was a new story and not just a remake.
Or just call it Space Jam 2.
I do want to mention that in the original Space Jam, Bugs Bunny got first billing, and in this one, LeBron James' name comes first. So, if we're talking about GOAT status, I think that's another point for LeBron. Sorry, MJ.
There we go. I didn't even notice that from the original. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, it was Bugs Bunny and then Michael Jordan. Wow, did not realize that.
So I guess
whatsoever.
LeBron's more important than MJ and Bugs Bunny.
Oh. Well, yeah, no, I actually totally agree there. Even though I don't watch that much basketball, I do know my facts about that. But yeah, it's kind of just hard to beat. It's hard to argue with that. But yeah, I do agree. I really do like the new logo. It's new. It's different. It has the same vibes. You know, they didn't go like too off course with anything. They definitely kept it true to the original logo. And yeah, as what was it? At Tucker on Twitter said, this logo is a dope upgrade.
Yeah, Tucker
with 2 T's and 3 R's. So that's cool. All right. Well, we got this new Rick and Morty season 5 is going to be a shorter wait.
Hopefully.
So that's pretty cool.
Better be.
Huh?
Hopefully. That new episode was very interesting.
Don't worry, Morty. It's not canon. I was like, what is going on? That like threw me for a loop. Like there was just so much going on in that episode. It was insane. But it does look like fans of Rick and Morty will not have to wait too long for season 5, which is really cool. The second half of season 4 is ongoing right now. The first episode aired this past Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, well, I went to ask, what are you watching it on?
I just recorded it. On
Okay. I've been watching it on the Adult Swim app on my Apple TV. Because apparently they come out there too. So at first I thought it was on Hulu. I'm like, I don't see season 4 on here. And then I was like, oh, let me check through this Adult Swim app. And lo and behold, it's right there. So very excited for that. So we won't have to wait too much longer. Well, we're going to do a review of season 4. So that'll be pretty cool as well for everyone out there listening. But we've gone to our last section here, Devin. We got the gaming news.
Oh, yeah.
Some fun stuff. We actually got a few pieces, gaming pieces this week. It's been a pretty big week for games, and today was actually the first phase or the first of many events from Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest. So that was pretty interesting. You watched. Yeah, we both watched it. It was. So for anyone, before we get into this really quick, because I want to get Devin's thoughts on this as well, obviously. This was only for this event that Microsoft held was to showcase the Xbox Series X and its power and some of the games that will be coming to it. Somehow people just obviously everyone's minds kind of flock to exclusives. Like, oh my gosh, we're getting new Halo, we're getting new like Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay. No. So before this, even went live, I believe you had sent me a text about Ryan McCaffrey saying that this was for third-party games only. It happened earlier this morning. But what did you think of the event?
I thought it was just average. I think Ryan McCaffrey also said the same thing. Like, I did like a few of the games, and they all, for the most part, looked really nice. But a lot of the games I just didn't really care about.
Yeah. He was on his phone. I saw him. Texting up a storm. He got caught on camera. But it's like, then again, it's kind of like maybe he did just think that, I mean, a lot of these games, he probably already knew what was coming out.
Yeah.
So it's like, but because he even said, there are some things that I don't know, but like he looked up, he's like, oh yeah, I saw this, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, this is a studio from whatever, and whatnot. But I agree with, I agree with you there. Wasn't too much to show. But people need to keep in mind that this is new. And there's an article saying that, Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest could replace E3. I actually like the idea of the Summer Game Fest because normally during the summer, there isn't a lot of game announcements. And, now since, the world is the way it is, this is supposed to run from May through August of this year. And you can go to Summer Game Fest, not Summer Games Fest, summergamefest.com. And they actually have an entire roadmap of, what they plan on doing. And I believe EA is coming up next month. Microsoft's going to be doing more of these types of events monthly, especially for Summer Games Fest. So I actually kind of like this better than E3. It kind of it stretches it out a little bit because there's so many other partners that are at studios that will be involved. And it's just, Jeff Keighley, wasn't planning on going to E3 this year anyway, prior to being canceled because he didn't really like the way that it was, going. And I mean, I totally agree with him. There really is no point to have these big events anymore. As many times as, Devin, you've known, we get the boys together, we watch it. Even though we now live in different states, we always find a way to, watch it together, even if we're not in the same room. But it does lose its wow factor after a while. Or it's just the games are crappy. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
But yeah, I'm really hoping it does kind of replace. I do implore everyone to look into it. If you're big into gaming, and I believe Microsoft is actually going to have a first party type of event later on in June. It's either June or July. I can't remember. I don't have that pulled up. Actually, let me tell. It's in June. Okay, and. Also, I think EA Play is in June. So it looks like for their... So what's next? May 7th, we had Inside Xbox. And then apparently there's some big surprise game reveal. It's called... It's titled Sunrise Number 1. Obviously, this is not the name of the game. It's just the name of the event. This is supposed to happen May 12th. So within the next few days at 12 p.m. Eastern. So there's that. You can actually add things to your calendar, which I really like about this website. You can add it to your Apple Calendar, your Google Calendar, or your Outlook, so you don't miss anything, which is pretty cool. And then June is supposed to have a Steam Game Festival Summer Edition. What's that all about? Cyberpunk 2077, some type of special broadcast, June 11th. EA Play, also June 11th. And then so on and so forth. I won't get too much into that because we are almost done here for this news episode. But I want you to take this next one, Devin, because I know how much you love Vader Immortal.
Yeah, it looks like PSVR is finally getting their hands on it. I've only played the
Interesting.
first part of the 3-part series, but it was very enjoyable.
Okay.
Very short,
Yeah.
very enjoyable.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the VR games aren't super long, but I hear that they are very very good, especially Vader Immortal. As we
Being in his
talk.
presence. Ooh. You just feel the power.
Yes, yeah. You are not a Jedi yet. But this next thing, Devin, we're almost there. We're almost to Halo 3, but we got to get through Halo 2 first. So, for those of you who don't know, Halo 2 Anniversary will be coming to PC later this month. If you have Xbox Game Pass, I believe for the Master Chief Collection through your PC, you'll be able to go ahead and download that. If you bought it through Steam, it comes out on the same day. I believe the date, if I can find it, May 12th. So next week, which is actually pretty cool. So that's same day as the next wave or phase of the Summer Game Fest. So that's pretty cool. So I would like us, Devin, to do a little bit of streaming with this, especially obviously when Halo 3 comes out. But we got to warm.
Will it ever?
We got to. Huh?
Will it ever come out?
Halo 3 probably not, because I understand, Microsoft's trying to release them in chronological order. It's probably just a ploy for saying, hey, our game's not done, or the remastered versions for PC are not optimized yet, so we're going to release them in waves, which does make a lot of sense. It's smarter. But since Halo 3 pretty much shaped our childhood, we just have to wait a little bit longer, but we
Hopefully
should
this
at
year.
least.
Hopefully this year.
Yeah, honestly, hopefully, because we got, what did we get so far? Halo Reach, Halo 1. Did those come out in the same year?
Yeah. Well,
So hopefully we'll get Halo 2 and Halo 3 this year. Hopefully. Well, it does look like we only have to wait. Well, according to this article through comicbook.com, it does look like we only have to wait a few months between the release of Halo 2 and Halo 3 anniversary, according to Microsoft. And it looks like the last release in the collection, Halo 4, will be available by the end of 2020. So
they're going to
looks
fit
like
it all in.
Hopefully. I mean, comicbook.com hasn't steered us wrong so far. So, yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Sweet. Awesome.
I know this one got you pumped up.
I was excited for this one, man. Like, this. So, the next piece of news we have is, apparently there was a leaked Prince of Persia. I almost said Assassin's Creed. There was a leaked Prince of Persia game out there, but apparently I did a little bit of research on this. Apparently, this has been out there for a while, at least the gameplay, because for those of you who don't know, Assassin's Creed exists because of Prince of Persia. They were supposed to make a new Prince of Persia game, and they went a different route with it. I don't want to get too much into the weeds there, but it would be amazing if we got a new Prince of Persia game, because I do miss the original 3. They came out for PlayStation 2. I know that there was one that came out in I think it was 2012 or something. Or no, not even. Oh my God. It might have been sooner than that. But I mean, the chances for a Prince of Persia game is extremely low. But there was a Prince of Persia 5.com domain that was registered back in 2005. Wow. But all I can do is hope. Wishful thinking.
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, I plan to, sadly, but hopefully not. But we got our last piece of news here. Devin, take us home, because I know you played this game.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order will not be the last Fallen Order game. They're going to be pumping out some sequels for it. It has done very well. A lot of people like it. I personally didn't get very far because I was annoyed there was no fast travel. But yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
EA's got to capitalize.
Honestly, that is the main reason why I have not bought that game. Because on Star Wars Day, it was on sale. It probably is still on sale. I'm actually going to check really quick. It was on sale during Star Wars Day. And nope, it's not on sale anymore. Man, it's EA. Like, if it's like a good $25, I'll buy it from you. But I'm not buying it for $35. Because that's still over half. Either market at 30 or 25, then I'll buy it. Because I almost bought it, but I keep going back to the no fast travel. So it's like,
I mean, maybe it's just me, but I was so annoyed when I was trying to get through that level. I was like, what?
That's what I keep hearing people say, though. Like, literally, that is what I keep hearing people say, is that the game is amazing, but there's no fast travel option. You have to
and there's no replayability, but that's pretty obvious.
Oh, okay, then I'm definitely not paying $35 for it. Like, if it's like a massive game like Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars, or something of that, where you can sink in hours upon hours, like the amount of hours that you like, if you can sink in at least 60 hours, that's like at least $10 every hour. So it's like, and I think this stems from what our friend Jared was saying, that no game is worth, like, a game is only worth $60 if you can at least pump like 60 hours into it, plus replayability. And like, that's kind of what I agree with, but I haven't played Jedi Fallen Order just yet. I would like to. I want to fight Vader. I know you fight him somewhere in the game, but I kind of always wanted it to, I don't know. I wanted it to be a Sith. Like, yeah, it's cool that you can be a Jedi, but I want the option to choose. So yeah. I think that's where the replayability could have came through, but they should have taken a little bit of advice from Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. But oh well. But did you have anything else you wanted to touch on that before we wrap up here?
I think we got it all.
All right, everyone. So that does it for this week's episode 14 of the Headline Hot Takes here on the Film Optics Podcast. Again, you can listen to this podcast on pretty much any major platforming site, including YouTube, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, the whole nine there, and iHeartRadio as well. Haven't heard anything back from Pandora, but that's okay. We'll get them one day. One day we will. But it also, for everyone, just wanted to reiterate this again. We are doing a Skywalker Saga digital code giveaway where one lucky winner will win the entire Skywalker series on digital codes. You can redeem them through Movies Anywhere. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's just like the newest or latest digital vending service that a lot of movies are starting to use, and it's actually pretty smart. When you create your account, you can attach like your Vudu account, your iTunes account, Google account, et cetera, and you essentially unlock those same movies across every single account, which is kind of nice. But that pretty much does it for today. Have we decided what we're reviewing? Did that new show on Hulu, did that come out yet?
I think it comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I forgot the name of it.
Solar Opposites.
Solar Opposites. Also, have you started watching Hollywood?
I have not.
It's very good, dude. I'm only one episode in, but wow. I like it a lot. Absolutely. I actually put Community on hold so I can watch it because I know I can finish that up really quick and jump back into Community. But definitely give it a watch and let me know if you want to do a review of it, because I was thinking about it. I was like, we're both film lovers. And if you are a film lover and haven't checked out this show called Hollywood on Netflix, definitely check it out because it is fantastic. So I believe, I guess we'll do a review of Solar Opposites if that comes out tomorrow. And it's every single episode's coming out on Hulu, right? I believe so.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. then yeah, we should be able to tackle that. So as of now, we'll just set to review for Solar Opposites this coming up Sunday for our Sunday review. And I believe that does it. So we'll see you guys later. Thank you, as always, Devin, for coming on. And if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, give us a like, give us a rating. You know, we want to enhance this for you guys and give you guys the best content possible. But I'm also working on, really quick, a game review that we'll be posting on our YouTube channel for The Last of Us Part 2. It's going to be first impressions review, so it's nothing spoilery. We're not going to be like all those wankers out there who are spoiling the game for everyone, because it is getting real out there. And even when you sent me that news story about Naughty Dog through comicbook.com, I was like so afraid to click on it. And I was like, well, he's not going to send me anything if there's no spoilers. But yeah, the new trailer looks amazing, and I'm going to stop talking, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.